Frankie Romano on the guitar, everybody. So, one of the reasons, actually really listen, the only reason that we're here is for Sidewalk Angels. It's a really big deal, and even though those of you that might not even be sure why you're here, just to understand, and I do this horribly every time, and I'll do my best to try and state it, but my wife and I started Sidewalk Angels 10 years ago. It's a New York-based non-profit organization that's dedicated to providing critically needed funds and support to grassroots companies all around the country. We're the primary supporter of a number of no-kill animal shelters, animal rescues, that help to fight for those rights, for the fair treatment of those that have no voice, which are the animals as we see them. We're very proud to say that because of all the help that you guys have given us over this year, we've been able to help close to 30 organizations across the country, and a lot of them in New York and New Jersey. We're trying to work with rescues, we're trying to work with building proper medical care, adoption, low-cost spay and neuter programs, teaching children kindness and compassion to animals and trying to understand what that means to really be a part of an animal's life and not just own an animal. And fighting against cruelty and things like breed discrimination and against things like against pit bulls and things like that. We also have been, this year we've been doing a lot of work with organizations that find families that have been hurt by natural disasters, and they find themselves a little displaced out of their homes, but they have animals, and they can't go to these places to go, and they have to leave their animals. We find organizations that don't want that. It will help you find a place for your animals as well, and realize that an animal is a part of your family. These things are a big part of who you are. They're not just things that you own. We've been doing this for about 10 years now. We've been doing this with success, and only because you guys come and do these things for us. You guys come to these shows, you guys donate. So I can never explain as well as my wife does, but in her stead, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for doing this. What you're being here, just by being here, the money that you're helping us raise means so much to so many people. Not just for animals, but for people that really understand what it means to make an animal a part of their family, and they're trying to do the best they can. Or for animals that were once a part of a family and then one day weren't, and they don't know why they're not, and we're trying to make sure that they find a no-kill home that they can live for the rest of their lives and not be put down and euthanized. So thank you guys so much, just for helping us do the work that Sidewalk Angels does. Trying to figure out what song. I'm gonna go with this one. Is this on? There I am. I got it, thanks. So, when I was 17 years old, I spent a lot of time hitchhiking around the country. It was, it's stupid, don't do it, kids. But I hitchhiked around the country, and one time I remember I was headed to, I lived in Florida. All right. Sure. So I lived in Florida. And it was around spring break, so I hitchhiked to Daytona, and I met a group of girls in a hotel. It was like 4 girls, much like these girls here. I just mean that they seemed nice. And they brought me into their room, and I lived in their hotel room for the entire week, and they were so nice. All I had to do was, I didn't have any money because I was homeless, so as long as every night, I had a little keyboard, and as long as I played them music, they would buy my drinks and take me out, and I could have a great spring break with them. It was like this amazing thing. And then in the course of this, I met this girl, and she was the girl. And she lived in Tampa. So we got in her car, we were gonna make it work. So I want you to imagine, because Daytona is like right here in Florida. Tampa's probably 4 hours from there. Maybe, let's say 4 hours. In the span of that time, while I was taking a nap, she decided that this was a stupid idea. Now, to be honest, now she was right. She was totally right. It was a fucking horrible idea. We were just two stupid people that just met each other, and I was a homeless guy in their hotel room. Like, really, I totally could have killed her and her family. She has no idea. So, but she does it while I'm asleep in the car, and we pull over, and the only reason I remember this is because I was at this little spot next to, on the side of the road, and there was a sign that said, rest stop 3 miles, like right in front of me, right? And she kind of wakes me up, and she's just like, hey, Ron? This is kind of a bad idea, right? So she kicks me out of the car. Now, she's not wrong, and I wasn't even mad then. Like, I wasn't in love, I didn't know this person. What I was mad about was, it was 3 miles to a rest stop. That she could have dropped me off where people come to. I could have peed like a normal person, not on the tree. Like, what I'm just thinking is that as right as she was, what a bitch. Like, really, what a bitch. So I wrote this song about it. Just 3 miles from the rest stop, she slams on the brakes. She said, I tried to be, but I'm not. So could you please collect your things? I don't wanna be cold, I don't wanna be cruel, but I gotta find more than what's happening with you. So if you'd open up the door. She said, while you were sleeping, I was listening to the radio and wondering what you're dreaming when it came to mind that I didn't care. So I thought, hell, if it's over, then I had better end it quicker. I could lose my nerve. Are you listening? Can you hear me? Have you forgotten? Just 3 miles from the rest stop, and my mouth's too dry to reach. The light was shining from the radio. I could barely see her face, but she knew all the words that I never had said. She knew the crumpled up promise in this broken down man. And as I opened up the door, she said, while you were sleeping, I was listening to the radio and wondering what you're dreaming when it came to mind that I didn't care. So I thought, hell, if it's over, then I had better end it quicker. I could lose my nerve. Are you listening? Can you hear me? She said, while you were sleeping, I was listening to the radio and wondering what you're dreaming when it came to mind that I didn't care. Right? Fuck. That's good, I'm over it. So I thought, hell, if it's over, well, I had better end it quicker. I could lose my nerve. Are you listening? Can you hear me while you were sleeping? Well, I was listening to the radio and wondering what you're dreaming when it came to mind that I didn't care. And I thought, hell, if it's over, well, I had better end it quicker. I could lose all my nerve. Are you listening? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Pull over. I thought I was speeding through everything, and then he comes up and I was like, oh, I want to play this song. And he goes, dude, you got 35 minutes left and you've got 10 songs. Oh, fuck. So I'm gonna go to this song.